Hi there, Sagittarius. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. So today we're going to be looking at your love messages. It's a general reading, so the rules might get reversed or it may or may not resonate with you. And if this reading resonates with you, there's going to be a link down in the description box below for the extended and a personal reading with me. So this is going to be a you versus them format. We're going to be looking at your overall energy and the current theme of the week, your challenges, past, present, future from both parties, and we're going to clarify them. And I'm also going to be pulling some advice card for you by the end of the session, okay? You know what's interesting is that before I recorded this video right here, I actually recorded another video for you, but my microphone wasn't on. But the past energy is still the same, Four of Cups and also the Five of Swords, in which we're going to get into really soon. Now, in the current theme and also overall energy for the reading, you have the Hangman. What's challenging you is you have the Four of Swords. I feel that your challenges here has a lot to do in quieting down your mind and having a very peaceful rest. Especially with the Hangman right here, I feel that you are being kind of like quite forced to see things from a different perspective. There's going to be like a lot of reflection, a lot of lessons that you guys are going to be learning about this week. We're going to clarify that in a moment. Now, in the past, this person has the Two of Swords and also the Tower. From your side, you have the Four of Cups and you also have the Five of Swords. In the past, you were pretty much emotionally shut down. There's a situation here that pushed you to a very hostile situation. Five of Swords is a very like dismissive type of energy. You could be blocking somebody. You could be removing yourself from a situation. You could be completely like, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to hear it. I don't want nothing to do with it. That type of energy, yeah? Which sends some sort of a shockwave to this person, because in this person's energy in the current past, they have the Two of Swords and also they have the Tower. I feel that one of the reasons why you guys were emotionally shutting down right here has a lot to do with them being the Two of Swords, meaning that there is a decisions, there is a certain actions, there is a certain something that they are postponing, that they are having a lot of time to think about, that makes you a bit impatient. And you know, us being a Sagittarius, we're quite impatient, yeah? And you're like, you know what, like I'm done with this. I just want to move along and I want to deal with something that actually moving. Now, from this person's side in the present moment, they have the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. I feel that at this present moment, this person is being a bit stingy. There is no denying of the fact that they feel that this connection is something else with the Six of Cups. I feel that they might believe that this could be a soulmate type of relationship or karmic or twin flame, because there is this circumstantial thing that is happening within this connection that made them believe that, yeah? It could be some sort of synchronicity. It could be, I don't know. It's just like they felt that they knew you from a past life. And I feel that you recognize that too. And I feel that at this present moment, you guys are just going to focus a lot more on your own emotional stability here with the King of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Now, in the future, from your side, you have the Strength and the Magician. From this person's side, they have the Nine of Wands in reverse and also the Page of Pentacles. There is something here that you guys are going to be working on. We're going to clarify in a moment. However, I feel like this person once had some sort of trust issues with you, but they're going to be letting it go. They're going to be letting their defense down in the future, and he's going to be offering you something here with the Page of Pentacles. Let's clarify now. You could be dealing with a Pisces, a Scorpio, a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, a Leo, or a Gemini, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Let's clarify the Four of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the King of Cups in reverse. Let's see the King of Cups. That's beautiful. I knew that King of Cups wasn't for them, because the King of Cups is clarified by the Eight of Swords, the Lovers, and also the Nine of Swords in reverse. At this present moment, you guys are being faced with a choice of whether you would like to stay in the Eight of Swords position. And again, 8 is a number that has no ending, right? In a way that you feel that this is a never-ending cycle of mental anguish. So you have a choice to make between this or this. The 9 comes after 8 and it's all about getting yourself out of this mental anguish that that you have been in by making a certain type of choice. And you started to understand that, like, rather than letting another person to make a choice for me, I'm going to start making a choice of my own. And I feel that you are going to be choosing to break yourself away from this mental anguish that you've been trapped in for quite a while. Now, the Four of Pentacles from their side, clarified by the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the King of Cups in reverse. Now, this person is also aware of the fact that this is a crossroad that they're facing. However, I feel that when it comes to the emotional capacity to handle the rupture that happened in the past, I feel that this person is not in the phase or is not in a state where they have the emotional bandwidth to actually repair. Again, the Six of Cups shows up here again, which tells me that there is a deep feeling and emotions that they are having for you. However, they're not really quite sure and they're not really ready to deal with it. Let's clarify the Six of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Seven of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Two of Wands. Let's see the Ace of Wands from your side. Ace of Wands clarified by the Strength, the Three of Swords, and the Five of Swords. Yeah, I feel that the Five of Swords shows up again. Not only it is showing up in the past, it's also showing up in the future. And I feel that that has a lot to do with the Sagittarius symbolism, right? You guys are the centaurs, half horse, half human, in a way that movement is very important for you. And you cannot be staying still and getting stuck in a certain type of situation. And like I said earlier, rather than allowing somebody to make decisions or choices for you, I feel that you are in this energy where you're going to be making choices, actions, and decisions by your own. And that action has a lot to do with you accepting that, well, maybe this isn't it for me. Five of Swords is, again, like, it's a very cutting off type of energy where it's like, nope, not going to deal with this at all. Now, from this person's side, I feel that this person is planning. There is a certain actions here that they are thinking about and they're planning to do to you. However, I just feel that you're not in the mood to deal with any of that stuff because, again, the twos are coming up again. So it's like a postponing type of energy. Let's clarify the future. I want to clarify the Nine of Wands in reverse and the Strength. Ten of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Devil. Let's see the Strength. Queen of Swords, the Four of Wands, and also the Hermit. Oh, this is a very sensitive situation, not only for you, but it is for them. You know, a sensitive situation where you take little things that the other person is doing literally and very personally. And I feel that this is what's happening and what is going to happen in the future as well, because I do feel that you are going to be putting yourself some sort of distance and you're going to create a happiness on your own, but you just want to deal with it alone. You will find joy in your solitude. It really reminded me of this quote from Morrison Shire. Was it like, I really like my solitude and I will only have you if you're sweeter than my solitude. And I feel like this is your energy in the future where you get to be making a little world on your own that is your own solitude and your own peace. And you just don't want anybody disturbing that type of peace, and especially not this person. Now, from their side, the Nine of Wands in reverse, clarified by the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and also the Devil. This person, if the question is about, does this person have feelings for me, Anisa? Does this person has emotions? Does this person love me? And da-da-da-da. Yes, they do. They're showing up with all of the Cups card right here. And there's also this hope from them about maybe we could build a family together. Maybe we could do this and maybe we could do that. And I feel that in the future, they are going to be starting offering you with that. But because you are in a state where you just want to be on this your own bubble, your own world that you've created for yourself, that you're excited to do in this present moment. You really don't want to be bothered, and they're going to be taking it as a direct attack of like, oh no, like Sagittarius is rejecting me, Sagittarius is abandoning me, oh Sagittarius is this, Sagittarius is that. Yeah. Let's clarify the Page of Pentacles and the Magician. And the Magician. This person is trying to manifest you, Sagittarius. So from your side, the Magician, clarified by the Three of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. I feel that in the future, you guys are just going to want to have fun. You want to be surrounded with yourself with a bunch of friends and just good vibes, you know what I mean? Like no negativity at all. I understand. I'm a Sagittarius myself, you know what I mean? And you guys are going to be focusing a lot more on your stability, your finances, and your freedom. That even though it's hard for you to do so because you have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles tells me that you feel underappreciated, undervalued. You feel something that is not really good, but you're fixing it for yourself. And this person, Page of Pentacles, clarified by the Five of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Hierophant. I feel that this person is trying to manifest a relationship with you. But again, it's because this Page of Pentacles in this deck of mine is not really the action type of Page of Pentacles that is going to offer you something, but more so of a Page of Pentacles who is trying to observe his pentacles from top to bottom, what to do about it, or whether this is worthy of investment or not. But you got the answer right here. They want to have something with you, but I feel that they're just going to be in this energy where they're going to be manifesting, they're going to be neutral, they're going to want to connect with their intuition a little bit more, connect with their spirituality a little bit more in order to do something about this connection. Okay, let's pull some advice card for you here, Sagittarius. This could also be a situation where, you know, you were a thing in the past and now you just want to be friends with them and they're taking it to the heart and thinking that this is a rejection because you're just going to be focusing a lot more on your money, on your stability and all of that. Now, your advice, Ace of Cups in reverse, the Queen of Wands, and also the Judgment. I feel that you guys are going to be doing the advice eventually. It's more about you identifying what is it that is not making you feel good. Is it because you're allowing another person to dictate how you feel about yourself? Is it because you're giving way too much energy into something that is not giving you the same energy in return? What is it? Is it about identifying that? Is it because you're pouring into a cup that doesn't pour into you? Is it because you're working on something or somebody or something and it's not giving back to you? Identify that. Do something about it with the Queen of Wands here. And you also have the Judgment. Judgment tells about, sometimes talks about the ending of a chapter, yeah, but because it's a Saturnian card, it also talks about discipline. Now, there is this one book I was reading recently that talks about neuroplasticity and how we as a human being, we need about 300 repetition to create a new neural pathway for us to make that into our new normal. And this is about you too. Once you start identifying what is not working and once you start taking actions about it, one action is not enough for things to change for you. It needs to be repeated over and over again. And it has to start somewhere. Let this be about the first step that you're taking, and it's going to be 299 steps that you are going to be taking in the future. But the Judgment tells you something about that repetition, that discipline that you hold in your heart. Okay? So I think that is it from reading for you here, Sagittarius. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you've been looking for, and I'll see you guys on the extended. Bye guys. Have a great day. I love you.